Welcome everybody to another thick and hearty smoked out courtroom session of Lockdown 23 and 1. That's right, today we're going to witness someone going in front of a judge on a probation violation. He pretty much thinks he's going home. His attorney's shooting for him to get back on probation. But the prosecution's asking the judge to give him the max. 10 years. And you know, that's pretty scary, especially when you're going in front of Judge Boyd. Look, I've done a lot of court cases, been in and out the courtroom myself, seen many judges. But no one screams justice, and you're not going to pull the wool over my eyes like Judge Boyd. She will smoke you from here to kingdom come and you won't know what happened. And it could happen today, I don't know. So let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. If you enjoy all things lockup and crime related, then this is where you want to be. Hit that like, subscribe, notification bell before you leave, and check out my playlist with many more videos for you to start watching today. Alright, let me break down a little bit of what this guy's feeling before I press play. He's in orange, so that means he's been sitting in jail. Usually on a probation violation, there's no bond. One of the worst things about going through these type of situations is not knowing what the judge is going to give you. They could give you all your time back, or they could put you back on probation, which is a huge, wide window. And it brings a wide range of emotions. Waiting in jail to go in front of a judge for these kind of cases, it really puts a toll on you.
The same James Madrone, who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2021 CR 2437 for the offense of failure to stop and render aid serious bodily injury on March 21st, 2022 for a period of 10 years. Is that you?
Yes.
In case you was speaking a little too fast, you might be lost. In 2022, he was involved in some kind of crash where he hurt someone and left the scene. Was sentenced to 10 years, I believe, all suspended, put on probation. Suspended means you don't do the time for it, but if you mess up, they could give it all back to you. His initial crime happened in 2022, so, you know, he messed up pretty quickly after, which doesn't look good in front of the judge's eyes, that's for sure.
Violated condition number 4. In Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, James Madrone, did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of January and December 2023 in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True, Your Honor.
State?
Your Honor, we waived the other violations alleged in the motion.
No objection.
All right. Mr. Madrone, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 10 years in the prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, I understand.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
It's not, Your Honor. We are we're going open. We are asking for the 10 years, Your Honor. I believe the defense might be heard on.
All right. Defense, what are you requesting?
Judge, we're requesting that he be placed on probation, that he be given weekly UAs and intense supervision. Basically, Judge, this was a lot dealing with financial issues. He has 2 small children that he was responsible for, living with his grandmother at the time. He's now presently employed. I believe he has the resources now to continue taking drug testing and support his children. So I think basically, Judge, if we give him weekly UAs and ISF, put him back, not ISF, with intense supervision, that he's able to complete the probation successfully.
Wow, wow, wow. What's gonna happen with this guy? He's in what I like to call the Bermuda Octagon. People thought the triangle was hard to get out of, but this is a whole nother ball game. Alright, so he pled guilty to violating condition 4 of probation, which is he didn't report during those certain months, January and December, I believe. And he pled guilty. So yeah, that's absolutely true. And I've been violated with years over my head. In the first violation on technical, I got 6 months. Second one, I got 6 months. Third one, I brought back a charge. I went back to prison. So this guy, technically, if you were to ask me, if he didn't bring back no fresh crimes, I would expect him to get maybe a year. I just don't know his background or if he's violated more than once. That plays a huge role in it as well. If it's your 3rd, 4th violation, guaranteed chances are you're going to prison. So he's not really in a bad position here. The only thing that's not going good for him is the prosecution asking for the whole 10 years.
Weekly UAs and ISF, put him back, not ISF, with intense supervision, that he's able to complete the probation successfully. You have anything to add, James?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
James Madron.
All right, it says here that you didn't talk to the manager and you left when asked to stay in the lobby by the probation officer.
Your Honor, I was my grandmother, thankful for her that she helped me with my burdens when I had to do these reports and everything, and she would have my kids in the car while I'll be reporting. So at that time, I really didn't have too much time to be there due to my being responsible for 2 children. So that was just that at that time. That was it.
Okay, that doesn't make sense to me. Your grandmother is helping you with your children.
Yes.
And how old are your children?
3 and 1.
All right, so she's helping you with the 3 and 1 year old. So you're telling me your grandmother drives you to see your probation officer
Yes.
and then says, I can't wait.
Yes, Your Honor.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
It's just like I have real no support, really none. It's just me out there.
All right, so the judge says to him, you showed up to the probation office, and when they told you to wait in the lobby, you decided to dip off. He's blaming on his grandma wanting to leave, not waiting no more, which could be a rare possibility, but I'm here to tell you that that's actually a trick of the trade. Showing up to the PO's office knowing they're going to make you wait for them in the lobby, and you dip off immediately after you sign in, you're going to just tell them, hey, an emergency came up and I had to leave. If I was trying to duck y'all, I would never have even showed up. That's what a lot of people think they'll say to their PO, but it doesn't matter. It's still a no-show. That is not a trick of the trade. That's a trick to get you tricked up.
All right, so your grandmother is not supporting you.
Well, in a way she is. In a way.
All right, and then it says that they tried to have virtual meetings with you and you kept rescheduling and they allowed you to reschedule it and reschedule it and reschedule it.
Again, I had financial burdens.
So you didn't have a cell phone?
No.
You couldn't get a ride by via bus?
Your Honor, my grandma lived in Leon Valley and then she moved over there by Lackland Air Force Base, and I did not have reliable transportation.
Oh, no. I know for a fact that there's transportation by via for Lackland.
Oh.
And you know how I know there is that? Because one time I made a mistake and got on the looper, which I believe is the 510, and it takes you all around the city. And I was like, wow, this is where the bases are.
Yes, but where I had to report was over there by 1604 in Bandera, which...
Via.
Yes, Your Honor. They canceled that bus route. I know it sounds like if I'm making it up or not, but yes, they did cancel that bus route for that reason. That drive was very, very extreme.
Did you pick up the phone, call probation, and say, hey, this is
Your
where
Honor.
I am? Okay.
Yes,
All right. Any other questions?
Mr. Madron, my name is Hank Wilkins. If I ask anything you don't understand, just let me know.
This
I'll
is a
try to
prosecutor.
rephrase it, okay? Do you know the last time you reported?
The last time I reported was
Never.
This year?
yes.
It was this year? So would you just promise when the probation thinks the last time you reported is November?
No, it wasn't this year, buddy.
Did you ever do the CATS theft course?
No.
Did you do the CATS 2 theft course?
No.
Did you do the moral recognition therapy?
No.
Did you do anything on probation?
I had parenting classes that were available online, which I did do, and it waived over my community service.
I'm sorry to interrupt. How can you do the parenting classes online,
They
but
were
you
for
can't
free.
report? No. But you can't report to probation online. Explain that to me.
Ooh.
I did report to probation online every time I had a Zoom meeting. And
Oh, man, did you see the face of the judge? She's like, you just signed your fate, man. You're lying straight through your teeth. Ain't no way you can get online for that and not your probation meetings. He's gulping for air trying to figure out what he's going to say next. But this guy basically bucked the whole program, never showed up to nothing, didn't do anything except for something very minute that he chose to do. Online, from home, he didn't have to go in front of nobody's faces or take no urinalysis. He did what he knew would be safe for him, thinking that probation's a joke and nothing's gonna happen.
I'm sorry to interrupt. How can you do the parenting classes online,
They
but
were
you
for
can't
free.
report? No. But you can't report to probation online. Explain that to me.
I did report to probation online every time I had a Zoom meeting.
Mm,
And when it was in person, it was hard for me to be able to report due to my lack of transportation.
Yep.
Do you remember telling probation in January of this year they're not going to do anything?
No.
Oh man, he's done. He's as cooked as a goose on Easter morning. Somehow, the prosecution found out that he said this violation in the courts ain't gonna do nothing to him. Oh my, oh my, oh my.
Do you remember telling them, I know the judge will reinstate me?
Oh.
You understand that when you pled to this offense, that's a third-degree felony, right? You're looking at up to 10 years in prison.
Yeah,
Game over, bro. Game over.
Yes, I understand. Not that I had faced financial burdens, so I did not have support from the mother of my children. She was attending school at the time, but now I have a reliable job. I have the means to.
Oh,
prove
he's
to the court
fumbling,
that I could be
man.
responsible in finishing my term with the probation.
Fourth, though, you didn't report it all this year, right?
No, because she said that she was going to file a motion to revoke, and I had said that okay, that we have to do what we have to do. That's simple. That's what I had said in that response.
I passed the lease, John.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right. Probation. Was there any restitution for Elise Perez and Kimberly Soto? All right. So this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to find violation of condition number 4 true. The court is going to find you guilty. With regards to punishment, state, what are you requesting?
Your Honor, we're asking for the 10 years in prison. This is a third-degree felony. This is a SBI, Your Honor. Some other cases we're taking into consideration of this plea. The defendant had opportunities to plead in provision. He didn't do much of anything on probation. I was trying to get some more information today. None of the answers are very satisfying to the judge. So we're asking for 10 years in prison. Your Honor.
Defense, what are you requesting?
Judge, I asked that he be sent, continued on probation and sent to ISF for a period of time to get his thoughts together. And be able to get out on the street and be a productive member of society and also a father for his 2 children.
All right. Oh, yes. You wanted to add something?
May I address the question?
Sure.
Yes, I would like to say that I would like to suggest no tolerant probation, where I may be supervising weekly UAs. I do not use drugs, and or an outpatient program, intense outpatient program that I can prove to the court where I can be responsible in completing my probation successfully.
Okay. All right. This is what the court is going to do. As previously stated, the court is finding violation of condition number 4 true. The court is going to find you guilty. The court will sentence you up to 8 years in the prison. There's to be no unsupervised contact with the minors. The court will give you credit for any time served, and the court will request the therapeutic community. Did you review the trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you sign it? All right. You do have a limited right to appeal, and that right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you were on deferred adjudication. Do you understand? All right. Good luck to you. We can go off the record. Here's the thing. I can't force them to place you in the therapeutic community. You'll have to request that. And then it's completely up to them whether or not they place you in the therapeutic community.
Your Honor. What was the consequence again?
Oh, you're going to prison for
Oh.
8 years.
Oh,
I'm going to prison for 8 years,
Yes.
and that's the done deal.
Yes.
done it all, man.
All right. Good luck to you. Okay.
But that's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you enjoyed today's episode and got a little bit better of an idea of how probation works. The number one thing that you need to realize is just because you're out in the streets and you feel like you're normalized again, because you escaped jail time or prison and they put you on probation, don't think it's a game. As soon as you do, you'll realize that you will never win at that game. So play by the rules, man, and I promise sooner or later, you'll get to the end of it like Jumanji, and everything will go back to normal, man, as long as you stay out of trouble. But I'm out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, hit that like, subscribe, notification bell before you leave. And stay tuned. I got plenty more content coming your way. Sorry this episode was not courtroom analysis worthy, but the next one will be. In the meantime, though, as always, y'all be easy, be safe, and more importantly than anything, stay free.